The Jamaica Defence Force is the combined military of Jamaica, consisting of an Army, Air Wing and Coast Guard. The JDF is based upon the British military model, with similar organisation, training, weapons and traditions. Once chosen, officer candidates are sent to one of several British or Canadian basic officer courses depending upon the arm of service. Enlisted soldiers are given basic training at JDF Training Depot Newcastle. As on the British model, NCOs are given several levels of professional training as they rise up the ranks. Additional military schools are available for specialty training in Canada, the United States, and the United Kingdom. History. The JDF is directly descended from the British West India Regiment formed during the colonial era. The West India Regiment was used extensively by the British in policing the Empire from 1795 to 1926. Other units in the JDF heritage include the early colonial Jamaica Militia, the Kingston Infantry Volunteers of World War I and reorganized into the Jamaican Infantry Volunteers in World War II. The West India Regiment was reformed in 1958 as part of the West Indies Federation. The dissolution of the Federation resulted in the establishment of the JDF. The Jamaica Defence Force comprises an infantry regiment and reserve corps, and a wing, a Coast Guard fleet and a supporting engineering unit. The infantry regiment contains the 1st, 2nd and 3rd battalions. The JDF Air Wing is divided into 3 flight units, a training unit, air support unit and the JDF Air Wing. The Coast Guard element is divided between seagoing crews and support crews. It conducts maritime safety and maritime law enforcement as well as defense-related operations. The support battalion contains a military police platoon as well as vehicle, armorers and supply units. The 1st Engineer Regiment provides military engineering support to the JDF. The headquarters JDF contains the JDF Commander, Command Staff as well as Intelligence, Judge Advocate Office, Administrative and Procurement sections. In recent years the JDF has been called upon to assist the nation's police, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, in fighting drug smuggling and a rising crime rate which includes one of the highest murder rates in the world. JDF units actively conduct armed patrols with the JCF in high-crime areas and known gang neighborhoods. There has been vocal controversy as well as support of this JDF role. In early 2005, an opposition leader, Edward Seaga, called for the merger of the JDF and JCF. This move has not garnered support in either organization nor among the majority of citizens. Major units of the Jamaica Defence Force. Headquarters, Jamaica Defence Force, divided into the Operations Branch and Adjutant Quartermaster's Branch. This is the main command of the entire JDF. Headquarters, Jamaica Defence Force Intelligence Unit, provides intelligence to the JDF and the Jamaica Constabulary Force. 1st Battalion, the Jamaica Regiment, raised in 1962, one of the 2 light infantry battalions comprising the main formation of the JDF. 2nd Battalion, the Jamaica Regiment, raised in 1979, 2nd of the 2 light infantry battalions comprising the main formation of the JDF. 3rd Battalion, the Jamaica Regiment. This is a volunteer infantry battalion. 1 Engineer Regiment. This unit provides engineering support to all units of the JDF. Support and Services Battalion. This unit provides logistic and administrative support, and is divided into the following units: Administration Unit, Supply Unit, Training Depot, Workshop, Transport Unit, Provost Unit. JDF Air Wing. This provides air support for the infantry and surveillance and maritime patrol, which is used in anti-drug missions. JDF Coast Guard. This is the naval arm of the JDF, and has responsibility for maritime law enforcement and maritime safety. JDF Combat Support Battalion. This unit will perform an essential role as a force multiplier, and it will ensure the operational readiness of the force by facilitating essential competence training. Army equipment. Past Chiefs of Staff of the Jamaica Defence Force. In December 2007, the title of Chief of Staff was replaced by Chief of Defence Staff and filled by incumbent Chiefs of Defence Staff of the Jamaica Defence Force. Bands. The JDF also supports two military bands. Jamaica Military Band. This is the band that is descended from the band of the West India Regiment, and was formed in February 1927. It is one of only two units in the world that wears the uniform of the Zouaves Jamaica Regiment Band. This band was originally formed as the band of the West India Regiment, formed in 1959 as the military force of the Federation of the West Indies. With the Federation's breakup and the independence of Jamaica, it became the band of the 1st Battalion, Jamaica Regiment. It gained its current name with the formation of the 2nd Battalion in 1979. JDF Coast Guard. Ships in active service. Other smaller vessels include 37 feet Boston Whaler, 9 meters Boston Whaler, 6 meters Boston Whaler, RHIB, 12 meters Fast Patrol Craft, 13 meters Fast Coast Interceptors. Retired ships of the JDF Coast Guard: HMJS Yoruba, HMJS Coromante, HMJS Mandingo, HMJS Discovery Bay, HMJS Holland Bay, HMJS Manatee Bay. JDF Air Wing. Current inventory retired aircraft: Bell 47 Jisu, 2 helicopters used by the 2nd Flight for utility transport and support duties, in service from 1963 to 1964. Bell 212 Twin Hui, 3 helicopters used by the 2nd Flight for utility transport and support duties, in service from 1973 to 1999. Bell 222 UT, 1 helicopter used by the 2nd Flight for utility transport and support duties, in service from 1986 to 1988. Bell UH-1H Iroquois, 4 helicopters used by the 2nd Flight for utility transport and support duties, in service from 1989 to 1998. Beach B-60 Duke, 1 aircraft used by the 1st Flight for fisheries protection, search and rescue, anti-narcotics duties, in service from 1975 to 2003. Beechcraft King Air A-100, 1 aircraft used by the 1st Flight for fisheries protection, search and rescue, anti-narcotics duties, in service from 1975 to 2003. Eurocopter AS-355 Enikuro 2-4 helicopters used by the 3rd Flight for utility transport and support duties, in service from 1999 to 2009. Cessna 185 Skywagon, 4 aircraft used by the 1st Flight for fisheries protection, search and rescue, anti-narcotics duties, in service from 1963 to 1985. De Havilland Canada Twin Otter, 2 aircraft used by the 1st Flight for fisheries protection, search and rescue, anti-narcotics duties, in service from 1967 to 1980. Incidents. On July 1, 2009, a Jamaica Defence Force Air Wing Bell 412 EP helicopter was on its way back to Up Park Camp from a training mission when it began experiencing mechanical issues. The helicopter crashed into the ground at Up Park Camp, injuring the captain, his co-pilot and a crew member, ranks of the Jamaica Defence Force. Commissioned officers enlisted ranks additional training. Besides in-house training, the JDF has been trained by members of the Canadian Forces to deal with special needs.